Welcome to a short preview of this ScreenCastsOnline video tutorial. I recently published some full tutorials about Pages, Numbers and Keynote, and as luck would have it, Apple released updated versions of all these apps literally a few hours before the last full tutorials were published. So in this tip video, I'm going to demonstrate one of the new features just introduced, and that's the ability to record audio directly into the iOS versions of Pages, Numbers and Keynote. Now the mechanism itself is exactly the same in all three apps, so I'll just demonstrate this using Pages only. So I've downloaded the current versions of Pages, Numbers and Keynote. As I say, I'm going to use Pages for this demo. So if I go into Pages, let's open this end of term essay. Now let's say I wanted to add some audio to describe the image that appears on screen. Perhaps I wanted to add some vocal annotations about what the image is. Now to do that, and this is the same for all applications, within the application you hit the plus button and select the media tab, and you'll see here we have this new option now to record audio. That's just a quick preview of one of this week's Apple related tutorials from ScreenCastsOnline. ScreenCastsOnline is your premium source of Apple related video tutorials. All of our members get access to brand new up-to-date tutorials each week, as well as unlimited access to our entire video archive full of Mac and iOS related tutorials. You can stream and download all of our videos on your Mac, iPad and iPhone, and even your Apple TV using the members-only ScreenCastsOnline Apple TV app. Membership also includes a complimentary subscription to the digital ScreenCastsOnline monthly magazine, published each month and packed with videos, articles, reviews, as well as hints and tips covering all aspects of the Mac, iPad, iPhone, and all of the other fantastic Apple products. So, if you're ready to start getting the most out of your Apple devices, visit ScreenCastsOnline.com today and become a ScreenCastsOnline member.